Okay, it's Gus and MG from the Grill Team, Triple M and Rugby League Week, and with your reader questions for MG. MG, let's start the ball rolling with Christian Russo. What are your thoughts on a Marquee player allowance?
Ooh, Marquee player allowance. I like that one, Christian. That's very, very intellectual, as I am with Gussie's glass. Wow, man, you're blind as a bat. Oh, look, I love it. I think it's
what is a Marquee player allowance?
Basically, a Marquee player would be paid an allowance
outside of the salary cap.
Well,
that's the key.
I think that's what Christian's getting at. And
yes.
I think, and I write in Rugby League Week this week about how I think that the NRL should have a similar position as the ACB, how the top 25 players in their code.
Yeah, Cricket Australia has 25 players and they're listed and they're paid by Cricket Australia.
Yeah.
Then anything they get top up from the Big Bash or by Sheffield Shield, they get paid on top, plus one-day test matches and 2020 internationals.
Yeah, well, I think with the latest TV deals, cracking $1 billion, there's a lot of money to go around, and there's a lot of money that we make from Origin every year that the players don't get. So why not have the top 25 players in the NRL contracted to the NRL? But the only downside to that, boys, if you want $1 million+ a year, you get told where you play. That's the only downside to it. We can't stack sides. The bottom teams, the 4 bottom teams from the year before, get the first pick.
Ooh.
It would make it interesting, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would make it interesting. Okay.
So maybe Inglis might be at Penrith next year, hopefully, if under this new scheme. Sonny Bill. Just
yeah, both of them?
Yeah.
No stacking, though. No stacking. Alex Nielsen, do you think Broncos management's decision to release Scott Prince at the end of the year is a good one?
Oh, look, it's a hard one, but I think it's the right one. I think Scotty Prince, I think his best days are behind him. And if they're out to recruit someone like a Cameron Smith, how they've been mooted as saying, they need every spare dollar they can get. And I think the halves, Wallace and Prince, are the most expendable, unfortunately.
Who will play for them, though? Have they got some young Broncos coming through?
I think every team's got young players coming through. It's whether you nurture them or not. Scotty Prince might go to another club and go great. He might go to the English Super League and go great. But it's hard for him to capture his Titans, early Titans and late Cowboys days.
Okay. Craig Jerry says, do you reckon Roosters will go all the way this year? Craig, let me answer that question.
Please.
Yeah.
Number one Rooster supporter, go for it.
Well, the Roosters are undeniably one of the favourites, but so are South Sydney, and even though the Storm at the moment, after losing to the Warriors, are in a bit of a slump, you can't go past, I believe, those 3 teams. And then, of course, you've got Manly and the Warriors.
And the Dogs. They're looming.
There's 6 teams right there, and we were thinking there was only 4 a couple of weeks ago. So the Dogs are coming into it. The Warriors can't win the comp. They can't win so many games away from home because they won't finish with the home final. So that would be 3 or 4 weeks in a row against top opposition, knockout. So I'd knock them out. But Canterbury are in the mix, and of course Manly are too. So, but yes, no doubt about it, the Roosters can go all the way.
Oh yeah, definitely. Your next month of footy, the Roosters, that is one to really look at, because
we've got a tough one this Friday against Penrith
without Sonny Bill.
Well, he should get off, Sonny Bill.
Well, by the time people look at this audio, he's got 8 weeks. So. What do you think?
If you want MG to answer your question, just write into Rugby League Week. Get us on Twitter or on Facebook, and we'll answer your questions next week.